A complex rescue effort involving a Coast Guard plane helped return a pregnant marine mammal to the wild. The 800-pound manatee was rescued in September off Massachusetts. Less than a month later, veterinarians gave the go-ahead to make the journey from Groton, Connecticut, back to Florida. David Begnaud is at SeaWorld in Orlando, where the manatee is beginning the next phase of her recovery. David, good morning.
Nora, good morning. When they found this manatee off the coast of Cape Cod, they knew she wouldn't be able to survive the cold water. So they decided to see if she would make it back south. But when she didn't, they launched a complicated effort to bring her back to the coast of Florida. Her home now is SeaWorld. She's rolling around in this rehab tank, snacking on romaine lettuce this morning. Everything looks good. And if it continues this way, her next stop, her last stop, will be a return to the wild.
Welcome home, sweet girl. Welcome home.
Washburn the manatee returned to the Sunshine State after a 1,300-mile flight aboard a Coast Guard transport plane.
She did well. She did really well.
Escorted by police, a slow procession moved through the streets of Orlando to her temporary home at SeaWorld. There, a crane hoisted the 800-pound mammal into a private rehab tank. You could almost see the relief as she hit the water.
She looks good, right?
The once anonymous manatee became a summer celebrity. She was spotted bobbing in the choppy waters off Cape Cod in late August. Conservationists with the International Fund for Animal Welfare sprang into action, capturing Washburn 3 weeks later and taking her to the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut.
This is an ultrasound of the calf.
That's when veterinarians discovered this manatee was a mom-to-be.
It's not only one manatee, but it's two, so the stakes are pretty high.
Manatees, also known as sea cows, can weigh over 3,000 pounds on a diet comprised mainly of seagrass. The manatees that are native to Florida have spent nearly 50 years on the endangered species list, but the population is recovering. SeaWorld veterinarian Laura Croft accompanied Washburn on the flight. She says just saving one has proven to be worth the extraordinary effort.
We did have one orphan calf that was hand-reared, returned to the wild, and she gave birth to 9 calves. And who knows how many calves that those calves had. One manatee can have a huge effect on the population.
So far, SeaWorld has released 17 manatees back into the wild. Washburn would be number 18. So here's the plan. She's pregnant. What they want to do, Margaret, is they want to give her a little bit more time, 2 weeks, maybe 2 months. Let her put on some weight, maybe 400, 500 pounds, and then turn her back into the wild. They want her to deliver her baby calf back in the wild.
She's not going to put on that weight, snacking on romaine lettuce in the morning.
Boy, any mother would like that freedom. I'm pregnant, let me put on 400 pounds. Yes, and thank you.
Thank you, David.